All right. We are live here. It is Friday. Friday, baby. We had the PPI report come out this morning. Let's go over some of this stuff. So it rose more than expected. User price index rose 0.3% in July. It was more than expected. So we're getting some negative reaction here in the market. Clearly, we had that dip at 8:30 when it came out. Now we are just watching for open here. We are below on the S&P. We're below yesterday's low, so we're making new lows here today, guys. Making new lows. I think the main goal for today is for one, I liked how I did it yesterday primarily on lots of like 3 or 4 on the micros. I was doing lots of 3 or 4 micro Nasdaqs, and eventually I'd add up to like at least a mini a trade. But I did lots of micros and scaling better, and I'm going to focus on doing that again today, and also gonna focus on, since it's a Friday, gonna just maybe not even trading at all, or just taking a trade that it has to be like perfect criteria for me, because I don't want to mess up. I've been on a really some really strong momentum. I don't want to mess that up. So that's that's my game plan for the day. Um, I wanted to get back on. I'll go over this later. Let me see which one I'm on charting. Yeah, so I'm kind of upset because I I checked back in yesterday after I was off, and I saw this beauty of a trade. I was kind of looking at this here. So we had like a nice a rebound off these lows, and if you look at it more so on like bigger time frame, like the 5 minute, you had this steady downhill movement, and then the first real, like, I mean, you had like a small little retracement, but this was like a first big retracement. Saw some resistance get established here at the 4500s, and I rushed in and was about to take a trade here, but in all honesty, I was kind of concerned and hesitated to take a trade with the Apex consistency rules. The consistency rules are your profit, or your one trading day can only make up 30% of your total profit. So I didn't really want to, like, I'm already at 1,000 on the day. I didn't really want to like overdo it, but it was a beautiful trade. I was gonna take it down to at least down to like 10 points, um, like seven to 10 points down to here, maybe even like right here. This was kind of like my price target, like this first area of support here, way up. So I was gonna target like that, and then maybe even hold some for like a lower level, but I mean, I thought that was a beautiful trade, and like a fairly, fairly like fit the criteria trade, especially once it dipped back below the 200 SMA. It was it confirmed the trade. So it would have been like a pretty easy entry and no real drawdown on because it just kind of kept going down. So you wouldn't have had any drawdown. You had confirmation below the EMAs, passing under the 200 SMA, and I just didn't take it because one, I didn't want to give back any profit on the day. I mean, I was up for $1,000 on my Apex and over um for 1,300 on my TPT account, take profit trader account. So it's just stayed away from it, unfortunately, which I kind of regret, but it is what it is. Live the days for a new setup. So this is kind of a beauty start on the kind of had this previous resistance attempting to turn support. Got the support down here at 467. Um, kind of had this previous resistance turn support right here, and we blew through that. So now we have like this level that we're looking at. So we could get like a bounce off of these levels. I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm definitely not shorting here after this drop. I don't know. My Spotify just popped up. No music's playing, right? Nope. Okay. So yeah, so I'm not really looking to short right now. I think we get some recovery off of this dip, pre-market dip. Dip, dip, dip. See, I might be wrong. Let's see. Interesting. I had a previous so I don't delete there's certain like levels from past that I don't delete unless we get like far away from like these price levels, then I'll delete them. But look at how like some of these price levels that I have mapped like a long time ago can like still be effective. Like this one was mapped. This exact one was mapped June 13th. We did a perfect little touch off of that thing right there, right? It's dead on the price level. So we'll see if that holds out, but like looking over here on the daily, you can see like that sometimes they can be effective. This price level showed some resistance here. Maybe showed some support in these days. But I like keeping certain ones, certain like definitive, stronger like price levels, and it'll help me. Like eventually, once we break out of them and sway away, like I'll delete them. Like I got rid of like all the ones that I had. Like oops, except for this one. This was a pretty good one, but I got rid of like almost all of them down here. I'm sure I had a bunch down here at one point, and then once we broke out, I got rid of those. Oh yeah, that's ride and grind. Ride and grind. We got 3 minutes, 3 minutos till the market opens, and we're still heading down, it looks like. S&P is cruising for a bruising. Stick on that for now. So we're gonna and life feels better. Sometimes. Okay, I'm okay. Okay, we just tapped new lows there. Wow. We still got 2 minutes till market opens. So we're gonna go lots of three on the micros. We're getting everything set up here still. So I mean, I guess I could have shorted, but not ready for that yet. I think we get I think we get some retracement off of this. Watching to see this 80 level hold on Nasdaq. See if this plays out. This little support price level I have. See if it plays as some support. Pushing through it. Pushing through it. We have. Why does. Oh. It keeps popping up because I'm pressing the button. We have 40 seconds, fam. 40 till market open. Till the opening bell. Open. Market open. Bing, bing, bing. I think we bounce off of this level. At least on the S&P. Get a little recovery off of here. It looks like create some support. Pushing down, pushing down. I forgot to pull up the book map. Um, hey puppy, did you bring your toy? We're still getting some push down here. People are selling. I mean, it's not an easy route down so far. We got a ton of liquidity at 44.55 is what we're looking at. We're getting a lot of chop down. All right. So we've got a whole 5 more points to go for this downward movement. So we're looking at a big level right here, the 161 level. Touching on it, touching on it. Plowed through that liquidity. So we touched this fib level from the breakout on what day was this? Friday. Friday. That's kind of Friday last Friday's fib that we're looking at. Um kind of kept that mapped up because that was a good rundown. So we tore through that liquidity and we're just watching. Just watching some nice big 10K plus volume candlesticks to open the day. Hey, no, no. Well, to no surprise, really, we're bouncing off of that fib level. Let's see if we respect the EMAs and the downtrend here. We've got a crap ton of liquidity down by 4. I want to say like 5. Looks like it's at 4,405. But we've got liquidity all the way down, like 450. I'm just surprised to see a bunch down there. A long ways down. So we'll see. I mean, we get some push and we could get like let's get a big day. Like I want to see a fat candlestick. We haven't had one of those in a while. I mean, we've had it pretty nice with our movement these days. Point of controls are significantly higher, so we need to see some volume come in on the S&P to adjust this point of control. If it looks like we can do right around 4,465, honestly. We need some more volume down here, though. We're bouncing right off that 261 fib level, guys. Fib levels aren't a complete basis for entering a trade, but man, they can be helpful. Come here. Get your toy. Looks like Dow is fighting the most on this comeback. It's got a pretty decent recovery off of this morning downward spiral, whatever you want to call it. All right, we got a new point of control made here. 44.69. 69. Yes, I can act like a child still. We're watching this new point of control. A crap ton of liquidity to the downside. We're bouncing above the point of control. We're going up, down, all around. We got a 400 contract buyer that just stepped in, bringing it up. Getting a big seller, fighting it off. 350 contracts. We've got liquidity at 4,468. Trying to act as some support here. Got raised to 71 and it just got taken out. Yeah, up, down, all around. Looks like we are going to get a nice little recovery today. 5 minute chart is suggesting pretty good reversal there. That downward wick, and we're getting a bold upward candle. Depending on the close of the 5 minute, we could end with a pretty bullish reversal there. We will check back to that in 2 minutos. So we're watching this point of control here, 44.69. We're watching these EMAs. It's above. We gotta get above the 200 SMA. We gotta get a setup. This past week, sellers have really gotten their act together and they are making this thing move. We're coming back down to touch on the point of control here. Little sub point of control level. 5 minute close might not look too bullish after all. Shall see. Looks like they're trying to put some resistance here at the 70 level. Try to create some resistance. It's not the most bullish wasn't the most bullish reversal there. Looks like we're getting some more downside. No setups for me yet, guys. No setups. But we are watching this thing. Watching this dump from PPI and watching this thing continue down to a level we haven't seen in like a month. Selling is strong right now. Selling is strong. So we're back below the point of control at 4,469. We're back below EMA levels here. It's given us some promising downside again. For me, I'd say we're still chopping around to the point of no trade for me. I am practicing patience because I am on a good streak, and with it being Friday, I'm not trying to give back any gains, and I'm trying to end the week on a good note. End the week good. Good. So look at that. We're getting these candles up and down all around. All right. Taking back over this candle here, we're looking at larger time frames. Still looking pretty good to this downside. I mean, kind of key here is this resistance that we're actually below it right now. It was like 44.67. So I'm hesitant with that. Like I feel like it could get bought up and brought back above that and like create some support, or we just have a massacre dump of a day. With the liquidity I'm seeing down here at liquidity down all the way down 45 4,450 4,405. Yeah, we've got some lower levels of liquidity here, guys. As in the words of Flo Rida, Shawty got low, low, low. How my viewers feeling this morning? How are we doing today? Any trades? Any trades anyone's taken yet? We are just watching on my end, but anyone have any good insight, good convo they want to spark up? I'm just watching this book map here. Fight left and right. We got buyers, we got sellers. Big blocks of both. So now we kind of will be watching here if we still have been making these lower highs, like boom, 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 just barely boom. So we're kind of watching to make sure we do for bearishness. We're watching to make sure we do a lower low, like boom, boom, and now we want to see if this makes a lower low here. Yeah. So that's what we got going on. That's what's happening. Happening. I think the coffee's getting to my head. Zero dinero on the day so far. We are just watching this thing, waiting for a beauty of a setup. We're fighting down here. I don't see a volume sign for reversal yet, like a big volume reverse. I don't see many signs for reversal at all, really. Seeing liquidity to the downside, and you know how these price levels love fighting for this liquidity. They go liquidity hunting. So we're looking to break through this 4460 liquidity, which we're starting to do, and then we got next liquidity level down here 4455. 4455. 4455. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Give us give us the gold. Give us the gold. So what we're trying to do here, guys, with the two different accounts, we're trying to get Apex out of this threshold. So Apex is at I didn't even log in. I didn't even log. Yeah, Apex at pulling it up right now. Pulling her up, pulling her up. We got Apex at 1004. So see that here. My Apex account is got 1000. So we'll be looking for getting over the 2600 profit threshold um for that one to get, so that way we don't have any drawdown anymore, and that way I can really focus on like when I've got a good position, then I can like leave some runners on it and go for some bigger profit after that. Up until then, we're all about taking profit and not letting that drawdown get too close to us. Hey, Hefe, how we doing this morning, my man? Love that I can always count on you to watch the stream. I appreciate it, brother. You have the your funded account Apex account today, huh? So we haven't made a lower low yet here. We're still watching this thing, guys. I mean, I'm seeing more liquidity to the downside. We've got globber amount of liquidity at 4405. 1,740 contracts. Wowza. Wowzas. What? Wanna get your toy pup? Alright. Not much going on here right now, guys. Not much. This is why on Friday we are exercising patience. Patience, patience, patience. Little consolidation wedge on the Dow. It looks like we're kind of doing the same thing here. S&P, honestly, getting a little consolidation here. Get this mood. Get the bread. Get the bread. It's tough when people draw these like trend lines and stuff. Um, Sometimes it's more beneficial to draw it to bases of candles than like the actual top wick, and it's kind of hard because it's very situational, but never really good to solely rely on them. But this is kind of what we're looking at right now. Uh, could even like it's right here. It's more so on the 5 minute. You can see it. Kind of the EMAs are blocking it a little bit, but you got that consolidation here. Leave the main one. Leave the main one up there. Getting some support 60s. Nothing to trade right now, folks. Nothing to trade, in my opinion. We are still like hanging below these EMAs. And we're still looking pretty bearish if you ask me, but I don't know. I mean, we had this like dip down. Let's see. Yeah, we've had a pretty strong dip looking on the hourly. I don't really have much that I'm expecting. I guess you'd kind of want to see this level turn resistance here. It's crazy that it touches perfectly on my fib level. Getting this chop back and forth and consolidation still in this area. So we are watching. We are watching him. Whole lot of watching. Since I mentioned it before, I don't think you could hear me. Typed it out. Typed her out. Yeah. Some support right here at 4464.5 on the 5 minute. That's kind of what we're looking at. These wicks below, but the bodies of the candles pretty much holding this for 64.5 level. Good. You can hear me, sweet. How many accounts did you get one funded, or how many accounts did you do? Apex allows the whole lot of 20 of them. Some people go for gold. So it looks like you might push up a little bit. I'd say we're getting a boring morning so far. Boring market open. Unless you kind of got in a good trade with the PPI, but I don't really like. I like waiting like an hour after like releases. So the Dow is definitely fighting for some some upside. Let me pull that up. Dow's pushing above this level here. Hmm. Thinking about getting in a position on the Dow here. Took a little position on the Dow. Let's go to in a trade. Fight up, fight up. All right, we want to hold that level that I bought in at. That was crazy. I don't know what just happened here. Did we have a news? Did I just trade news? Oh crap. Whoops. That was unintentional. Um, let's look for some profit up here. Sell one off. Got rid of one. Closed it out. How much did that put me up? 500. Almost. All right. Well, I liked that little like resistance level breaking out here. I did not mean to trade the University of Michigan consumer sentiment. But I guess I kind of just news traded that. Whoops. I was more so going on the breakout. So there's that. Oh shit. I still have a position on there. Say it still looks like we're getting some upward movement. I kind of wish I held a little bit longer, but I wanted to switch to my other. Should really use a trade copier instead of doing all this, but to switch to Apex because I took that on take profit. Well, we got a nice little rally out of that there. Give me a little dip so I can buy in. Nope, it's just gonna go up. Just going up here. Here we go. Watching now. Kind of seeing if I even should dip by this. I think this was just a really good setup too on the S&P. Like we saw a little breakout here. Boom. So, yeah, so we caught a little bit of that on the Dow. Ended up touching where I planned on having it. I gotta work on getting out of trades too early. Tend to do that. Well, especially with drawdown that I have to be concerned for. So now we can kind of focus on maybe the Apex account. Trying to bring that. I don't like that it's pushing back below the 200 SMA. We kind of want to stay above this here. Yeah, the news was the Michigan sentiment. Um, that released at 10. But other than that, I was kind of trading this like breakout, so I wasn't really even intentionally trading the news. I I don't know that like I don't know kind of I don't know how much effect the Michigan sentiment really has that much, but well, we caught that nice trade on the breakout. Were you able to anyone able to get in a position there? Watching this thing now. Well, she was a good trade. That was a good little breakout trade from that consolidation area. Coming back down under the 200 SMA here. So I caught like a 50-point move on the Dow, it looks like. So I kind of exited at 75-ish area. Caught like a 50-point move on the Dow. Um, I'm waiting to see what's going on here. If we get some continuation to the upside, we've still got a lot of liquidity down below us. So if we kind of hop back in, hop back in this trend line, or hop below this one, we'd kind of be looking more for some reversal continuation down. See if this gives us keeps below the 200 SMA or what's going on here. Hefe, were you able to catch a trade based off out of breakout of this consolidation area? Or make any trades yet? So it looks like it's still fighting this thing down. Hmm. See, I'm questionable to go in for like a dip buy here. Because I think we could honestly, like with how strong selling has been lately, just push it back down. So we're back above yesterday's low too. So that's pretty key. Look at that. See, this is why I was worried to buy. And this is why I take profit when I can. Center right back below VWAP, right back below this yesterday's low, and pushed us back, like rejected the 200 SMA here. So we are up $0 on the Apex so far, 500 almost on the TPT. We've got liquidity down here at 44.70, it's looking like. Now what I'm looking for is this to be resistance, 44.74. I'm almost got in a position on the S&P here on this green one, but I'm just not confident on anything yet. I really liked this breakout trade. Other than that, zilch. So yeah, we're touching on this level that I want to be resistance, kind of. If we're expecting more downside, at least. If we cross back above it and start pushing up towards the 200 SMA again, then we could head to some bullishness and choppiness, and who knows? Who freaking knows? Some fake outs here. Look at that. Back above. So no clear direction right now. We could have just been like retracing this breakout rally a little bit here. It's looking like we're gonna push above the 200 SMA here. All right, we are above the 200 SMA. I'm trying to take a position on the net micro NASDAQ. Didn't get filled. It's going too high. Tried to get in at 13, 12, 13. Pushing up now, pushing up here. Now we're kind of looking at this 8:30 market open. Like watching if it pushes through that. Not much liquidity to the upside still. But everything is pushing up for now. Hourly is a nice little flat reversal doji or candle. Nasdaq's flying. Everything's kind of going up. We're going into overbought territory. Touching on this resistance level. So definitely don't want to be chasing up here. My optimal entry was 13, where I saw it picking up. Getting a nice little bull rally here. You exited on the NASDAQ at 117? It's okay, man. There'll be more opportunities. Always more opportunities. Yeah, I kind of wanted to enter the NASDAQ on the 113 level. That's where I was looking to enter anything, and then I would have probably started taking profit at the 200 SMA and VWAP. But yet we touched up here at the 150. Almost 50-point gain from where I wanted to get in. My finger was on the trigger. I just didn't hit buy market. I put in a limit order wanting some pullback. It's the problem with doing that sometimes. That's why I'm trying to do the micros at three lots. So if I like get a bad position at market buy, three. Oh yeah, I would have held that. Hey, it's all good. Don't look at it in the past. You look forward to the future now. This trade's a past trade. If you dwell too much on those, you're gonna overthink it and end up chasing or something to get back in to force profit. So we didn't really break over this level, so anything can really happen here. I take that back. I spoke way too soon. Nasdaq's getting some resistance here. I'm seeing a lot of liquidity at 44.90 on the S&P. Kind of trying to hold it down. It looks like it's gonna break above though. Maybe not. Um, yeah, some pretty strong liquidity right here at 44.90. It's holding Stonewall this thing. And then we got some liquidity down here at 44.85 that it wants to catch up onto. So we're just watching these levels here. It's tight up here. I'm seeing liquidity at tighter levels up here than I have been like this whole morning. Don't think about it. Don't overthink it, Hefe. Looks like we're gonna get another push up here if you asked me. Kinda some of that 90s liquidity got taken out. So it looks like we're still rallying. Let's see. Hmm. Up a strong fight at this 90s level. Coming down to this liquidity. Um, Good amount of liquidity spread out here, just above 44.85 and down to 44.84. Still seeing liquidity down at 44.50 and 44.05. We are in overbought territory though, so I mean we could just get overextended here using the RSIs kind of not really safe. Seeing the biggest blocks of sellers, like large quantity sellers. So, sure, not sure what we got going on. Push through that 90 liquidity. And we are most definitely in overbought territory. No, thank you for me. Uh-oh. Rejection. Strong selling volume just tried pulling that thing down. That's interesting. I wanted to see it come back below here. I almost took a short there. With that massive volume. Hmm. But I think we're still fighting it up for now. Let's see. New point of control is made up here. Any other news coming out today before I butcher something? I didn't even have a stop on that trade set. I was playing with fire. We are at first standard deviation. You up? Gotcha. I'm not the biggest fan of using those, but it can be helpful. Every little piece of info can help. Every little thing is going to be. Don't worry about the thing. Too much of a rally here, if you ask me. Need a bigger pullback. Large time frame says, stay away. Stay away, friend. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. I forget that the Dow's only 5 point increments and not 10. I thought it was 10. I thought I was doubled. Should have put in 4 contracts. I thought it was doubled. So I thought I had $1,000 play there. Silly me. Silly. Looks like we're pushing back down and get below here. Exactly. Stay away. Stay away. Major red flags. Don't buy overbought positions. Do not do that. And careful of just trying to trade reversals with no clear indicator of a reversal and being above exponential moving averages, being above the 200 SMA, being above the point of control, being above VWAP, being above yesterday's low. That's like 5 reasons I just listed to hold off on shorts. And big reason not to buy. Exactly. Patience, man. Friday. I'm not giving back that 500 I just made. And I'm trying to get my Apex over the $2,600 profit, my friend. Looks like we could still be going up. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I think I kind of wanted to see it retrace a little bit here. I Stupid chart. What is going on? But not adjust because I have a line drawn? Stupid line. Stupid line. Stupid chart. No, it's still won't. Oh, it's all the way zoomed out. That's the most it'll let me go. That's bag of crap. Yeah, I think we need to come down more. But I'm not gonna take the trade down. Say you like pivot standard? Uh pivot? Pivot standard, like the pivot points? Are we on the neutral pivot? So like this is what you're talking about? Is that what you mean? Pivot point? Yeah, I mean, I think they're good. I mean, look at this. This tapped on the pivot point right here. So they can be helpful. Like boom, right on that pivot there. It does cluster my chart though, and it squishes it for some reason. I don't know why it does that. I don't like how it. So I haven't really been using it too much, but it can be a good sign for a reversal. Yeah. Yeah, I have S1, S2, R1, R2, and like the median. Yeah, it tapped on S1 exactly. Yeah, S1 down here. Yep, exactly. That's 100% what I'm saying. So like it can be useful in that sense. sometimes. But it also taps right here. So there was the pivot and the fib level. So it had like two things of support, two levels of support there. Shotty going down. Bada bang, bada boom. This is why we don't chase. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. Alright, so we're right on this level here. Kind of see what happens as we come to this. Ninja Trader is frozen. Okay, so we just tap perfectly on that. Let's kind of see what we do here. We break below. What starts happening on that trend? Oh, I don't have it up for you guys, my bad. So that's what we're looking at right here, this upward trend, see if it bounces. We do have some solid momentum going, so there's a good chance it uses this as some support here. Trying her out. Let's see what the book map's telling us. Let that small position kind of ride. 16. So I'm in on my Apex account on the micro Nasdaq in 6 lots. We're just watching this thing here. I took that dip and like it kind of bounced on the support level. So we're gonna look for I'm in it. Kind of got a bad entry. I'm in at like 130 average fill. And we're gonna watch for a push up here. Fighting to get back up. Nasdaq's right above this again. So I think we'll be looking for I'll take some profit at like 175, or we'll kind of hold. We're holding on to it for now to see for like 175. See if we get a strong breakthrough. Um, just pushing up right now. 170 is where yeah, we're gonna take some profit. I'm gonna exit 3 lots if we can get up to 175. I'm gonna do 174, 173.75 to play safe. Nasdaq's really gotta step up its game here, get a push going. Honestly, we're showing strength here. I don't even know what I want to take. I think the S&P could get back up to 4,500. Might test that. I might get out of my limit sell. Only have one placed around 175. Might get out of that. We kind of just did a double top on the S&P for now. We're pushing with strength here. So we're in a pretty decent trade for so far. Nasdaq needs a little kickstart here. Come on, baby. So just about touch there on its point of control at the 70s. Nasdaq's definitely showing a little bit more resistance, I think, than the S&P. But I think with the position that we're in, we're pretty chilling. Oof. Don't do this to me. Come on, buyers. Ain't gonna make it easy on us. I'm gonna kind of use this. If we dip too much lower, I'm gonna exit. I don't like this. I'm gonna have my stop at break even. Just below this candle now. Come on. Come on, sweet thing. We are getting ready to close out here. Not a fan. I mean, the S&P still looks pretty bullish. Is the only reason I'm hesitant. Mm, I'm still holding it. Come on, please recover this. We need a green candle here. We need some green. Really testing me right now. Hmm. All right, I adjusted my stops to break even. Let's hope it. Let's hope we get some upward move over off that. Look at the book map here. S&P's right on the point of control, so we're gonna see some resistance here for sure. Nasdaq's pushing up on it. Oh, come on. I'm just hold it and hope it goes. Hold it where it's at. Uh, would if I get closed out of that, that'll screw me on some drawdown there, which will suck. Nasdaq's just struggling to get up there. S&P as well. Looks like I'm about to get stopped out here. I'd say it looks like it. As far as so, since we kind of have a tight stop or stop at break even, and we almost stopped out there, I'm gonna let this try to see if I can let this thing ride above 175. And honestly, I'm gonna shoot for a larger one if we get continuation up. I'm kind of aiming towards I'll exit when the S&P is kind of near 4,500. This is kind of my game plan. If we can continue up. So there's a lot of ifs on this one, but let's see. Kind of see how it reacts as we go up. We just have our stop set, and that's about all. Oh, come on. It's about to stop me out here. Stops me out. Watch it go up now. She gonna go up now. It's fighting at this level. I can't really tell a direction. It's still below the point of control. I don't really know what we got going on here. I mean, we're still making higher lows though, so I'd say shorting right now is kind of iffy. Here comes some dumpage. Coming back down a little bit, making a lower high. So that's interesting. Below the 50 EMA still. Nasdaq looks a little bit more bearish. Nasdaq seems like it's trying to fight down. We're getting some support here on the S&P though, for sure. Let's see, it's pushing. Kind of want to tap on the 200 SMA, see if we get below it, see what happens. Interesting little reversal here off the top. Keep on keeping on. Nasdaq's trying to dump. Nasdaq's below the EMAs and everything right now. It's trying. S&P is not really anything crazy to show much support. So we're holding the fort down right now, it looks like. I'm expecting a little retracement up here shortly, if not now, because we've had a good rally down so far. Let me go to the chat. I looked at it. I wonder if I hold. You have to have like 10 trading days though, or something like that. You have to like trade 10 days. I don't know how that works. You'd have to reach out to Apex. Alright, we don't want too strong of a candle recovery on this for if we want continuation down. We need to see below um we need to see it get below VWAP and the 200 SMA here. We need some strong selling to get us down. Otherwise we can bounce. Otherwise we could likely bounce. Trying to see what we do here. Nasdaq looks like it might want a bigger bounce up. We're holding the VWAP. Holding everything so far. Nothing crazy going on here. I'd like to see a break of VWAP for some downside. Pushing on the 200 EMA here, pushing on VWAP, and then we have 200 SMA. We've got some strong levels here to break through. Strong levels to break through here. Come on, get that push down. Come on. Push through, push through. Get some volume. How are we doing on S&P? No real buyers stepping in. I mean, we have liquidity here that we need to sweep through. 139 contracts about. But here we go. Push, push, push. Come on. I want to see like a strong sell through. Strong sell through the 200 SMA. Push us back below that. Don't recover here. Creating some support at VWAP so far. Looks like it needs a little bit more of a retracement to the upside than this little one here. I don't know. Let's see what we got going on. Just watching this thing here. Create some support at VWAP. If it doesn't break through, we could be looking at a little recovery. No breakthrough VWAP, and we'll be looking back at 44.97 area. Let's see if we can engulf this candle here. Nope. So definitely getting some support. Okay. Touch on some of those EMAs there, but not much to the downside still. Looking like it's about to curl back up, in all honesty. Couldn't get that push through VWAP. Just couldn't get down. Yeah, we're pushing back up here, guys. We're getting some movement back up. Doesn't look like it's gonna break VWAP. Getting a lot of nothingness right here. Chop chop. Pretty even fight between buyers and sellers. Pretty boring. Pretty boring. Like I said, I wanted to see a strong push below VWAP. That's the only way we'd really break it. We need some strength. I don't have pull up this chart. I wasn't even looking at it this whole time. As of right now, this like support that we've established at VWAP is not looking too high for a continuation to the downside at least. Let's see, trying a third time. If she can't do it this time and bounces, definitely out. Pushing, getting some strength here, getting some strength. I like it. Now we got the 200 SMA, so we're kind of barely below VWAP. I wouldn't really consider it. Yeah, so I'm not considering it below VWAP enough. Let's see. Come on, sellers. Come on, big whales. Push this thing down. So we're looking at the 200 SMA here. We're fighting for it, fighting for some downside. Pushing on the 200 SMA. We need strength through that. We need to see that SMA break with strength. Otherwise, we could reverse. The SMA is key. Very key, guys. So that SMA didn't break. We're pushing back above VWAP. I think we're still pushing down here. It's kind of hard to tell right now, but if you're in a position from earlier, it's pretty solid hold. Continuation down. Pushing back on the VWAP or the 200 SMA, but we're kind of holding below VWAP, so it's looking pretty good. We've got some liquidity here at 44.75. I accidentally just took profit on all of it. I meant to hold some micros. I just took profit on all of my micro NASDAQs for my Apex. So looking at, so are we below point of control from 6 p.m.? We are below point of control on the S&P, below point of control on the NASDAQ. Yes. So I'm looking at took profit on my Nasdaq for 571. I meant to hold some. I kind of screwed that up. But I took profit 571. Kind of $100 below my threshold, which I should have held. That's my bad. I didn't mean to. I just started hitting buyback. Look at that. We freaking sold. So this was what I was targeting. 77 was my first target on 3 micros, then I was going to go below. Whoops. Whatever. I sure as hell ain't chasing this thing now. So yeah, so it was like I kind of played the micro Nasdaq based off of this trend line crack on the S&P. I think we tested the upwards trend line too much. So like we were really testing how to do this. Oh, we kind of tested this trend line. Let me move it. So it works on this one. All right. That's acting up. But either way, I traded in Nasdaq at the trend line crack here. Yeah, it was kind of risky. I had a tight stop. Um, but like as we kept making lower lows, I had a position where I could keep lowering the stop and was pretty comfortable with it. So all in all, it was decent. And then I was aiming for I like exiting on like certain levels, like certain bases. So like this breakout. So breakout candles, I exited around the base of it. So like I would have exited around here. I was trying to aim for 77, give it some points. I had six more that I ended up selling around here. So six more micros. I wanted to sell three here and then hold three for I think we can get some continuation down. So that was kind of my game plan. I got out too early, accidentally closing it. But yeah, it was risky. I think Nasdaq was the safer play because from the start it felt more bearish. It was getting all these sells, so I was pretty comfortable. And then I lowered my stop to like 18 right here. It never got stopped out. Then kept it down. So I had some consistency here. I wish I was still holding three of them. Sold three here and then still holding three for a push to the low of days. But I'm not getting back in this right now at the level that it's at. It looks pretty solid for some downward movement though. So S&P is back to testing yesterday's low, which is pretty key. You want to see it like kind of get back below and hold it. It's testing these levels again. Um, so we're kind of just watching here. Either way, I ended up getting 570 on the day on my Apex, 450 on the day on my TPT, take profit trader. So pretty happy with it. It's Friday. I mean, I told myself I was only gonna take trades unless I was had extreme confidence in them, and it really just worked out in my favor. Like I had a nice this trend line crack that I was able to set a tight stop on. This trend line crack here, bada bing, bada boom, and at like 39, 35, something like that. Lowered stop, tried to lower stop, but closed out. Just keeping it's still going down. Like this was kind of just um a retracement almost to like fill in the like morning liquidity that dropped this. So we just retraced to this level and then rejected here. And it looks like we're gonna test the lows. Like I think we still have a lot more room down to go now that we broke the 200 SMA and everything. I think the next level on the S&P is going to be to test here the 67.75 level. So it's got to test this. Looks like we're about to get the push here shortly. Bring us into some oversold territory, but yeah, so we're just kind of watching now and happy with the profit I'm at. Not much to do here. Not much. Got this nice inverse V we got going on. UV kind of shape. Coming back down to this level here. It's 68, 67. And then we'll go from there. I think we're testing this earlier trend line. Yeah, pushing below that from the consolidation point. So we'll see what we got going on there. Shall see. How are we doing on the day so far, Hefe? Or anyone that's watching? Have you traded your? Oh, you said you traded a small trade earlier on your funded account, right? Bringing us back up a little bit here. Like I said, we got to stay below this 200 SMA, guys. We don't want to see bullishness come in and bring us up. Always, 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 always take profit. Mm, pretty low, relatively low, not too low volume, but relatively low. So as long as we stay below the 200 SMA, which we're testing right now, then we're pretty good for more downside. But it's pushing back up on it, questionably. And it's on the 21 EMA, so that's okay. We just got to make sure we don't get full body candles over the 21 and EMA and 200 SMA. Same with the Nasdaq, except Nasdaq's only at the 21 EMA. It's well below the 200, so got this support resistance level and then the 21 EMA here. We gotta just keep chugging along under these levels. S&P getting some rejection. Nothing too confident yet. I don't know that I'd take a short position here. I mean, I'm not. It could be a good entry for a tight stop, but I don't. Something about this right now, just giving me like up, down, like without really real retracements. Like on the 5 minute, if I have that pulled up, yeah. So like strong up, strong down, without any real retracement. So we might be looking at something much bigger. So we might be looking at this being up and this just being a retracement, and then we could keep going up. I don't know that for sure. We could just be seeing this as a retracement and then a lot more downside, which it looks like we're doing. Looks like the 200 SMA was a good point for some shorting. Just so long as we keep this momentum going. Nice strong candle down. We want to make sure we close at the bottom. There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty good strong selling candle. Stop right here. I'm not in a trade, but that's a decent setup there. Still just watching this thing. We want to see break below here or break above here for bulls. But it's looking like downside. It's looking like we could get a nice test of today's lows. Like I said, like judging off this hourly candle, we got downside, pretty decent curve down, retracement, and now we're looking for some more down. So I'd say a good. This is why I kind of wanted to have a decent like just holding 3 micros because I had a feeling we could get some continuation down, retest day's lows, and then maybe dip below, especially on the Nasdaq. I have a pretty strong feeling about it. Nasdaq's cruising down. It's approaching. Nasdaq's um like 3 points away almost from its low of day. So that's pretty good. Just gotta respect these EMAs, I'd say. Don't want to see too much chop, especially back above the 200 SMA. If it goes back above that, it's questionable. Questionable, guys. Well, I'm not gonna be taking any trades here. Until I see some like real turn of events. I'm just kind of expecting some more downside, honestly. But let's see what's going on the book map. I mean, there's a good amount of good amount of big buyers and sellers down here. But I think we're gonna continue it down. Like I'm seeing liquidity all the way down to 44.50, and like I said earlier, there was some down at 44.05. So I think we could get like. That's why I wanted. Dang, I'm really upset that I don't have my runners still. The 3 runners. I was selling them off in blocks or buying them back in blocks of 3, and I really wanted to keep the 3 as runners, but it is what it is. Um, could have made like an extra $500, but whatever. Um, so yeah, so now we're just watching. S&P made a new point of control here, so its volume point of control is now at like 4,471. So it's kind of doing a little B shape here. So we gotta watch out for that. But yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm pretty happy with the trades I took. I'm up. Like I said, I am up 455 in my take profit trader account, and I'm up 571 in my Apex to bring me to 51,576. So I'm like $1,030 away from like technically being able to get a payout. I think it's 52,600. So yeah, so I'm like $1,100 away from that. Um, let's see what we got going on. Part of me wants to find Nasdaq's pushing down more. Nasdaq's about to break low a day. Nasdaq wants to sell. Fighting for it. Looks like we could get another sell off here shortly. We got to break below this low on the S&P, and then I'd say we get some more downside for sure. But just hesitant. I don't like this support setup. I don't like how my entry would I would have not the best entry here. I'm gonna watch for another minute or so. Gonna give it till lunchtime. And I'm gonna go get off and eat. We're gonna give it like maybe another 5-10 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised to get like a little fake upside and then down. Um, Pushing down on the point of control here on the S&P. Keep on keeping on. It's holding the 21 EMA, so I'd say it's pretty fine so far for some continuation down. It's just creating a lot of support here at the point of control. Liquidity down through 68 level, so you really want to see it push and get through there. Sweep out this liquidity and keep on going. Getting tight. Here we go. Come on. It's trying. Getting some of that liquidity cleared up. Looks like kind of just like a slowly but surely chug down type of day at this point. Nasdaq broke lows. I missed out on a lot of profit. Dang it. Like I said, slow and steady grind down type of day. It's looking like. Just kind of want to make sure we don't get if we come up and get a retracement, don't get too big of a retracement. Otherwise, we could switch this thing around. Little retest of support here for some movement back down. Kind of want this to stay resistance now. 71.25 level. Still convinced we're going down here. I think we're gonna be getting some like chop maybe, but I think we'll still have some downside. Don't know for sure. I'm not taking any trades right now. I would just be if I still had those contracts from like the 15,139, like 135 level, I'd still be holding those, like a couple for runners, but other than that, I wouldn't be like short necessarily right here. You broke the rules? What rules? What do you mean you broke the rules, pay for it? What do you mean by that? Chasing? Did you chase this thing? Please tell me you didn't chase it, Hefe. Mm. Yeah, you gotta be careful with those stops, man. Like I said, like take positions where you have tight stops, like here, a previous touch of 200 SMA. That's where I would have taken an entry and then like had a tight stop above for a short. And then like honestly, I probably would have stopped out here crossing back above the 447,125, like above like this break. I just don't like it as much down here. I still think I'm still convinced we're going down. This is just some fake outs here. You just gotta hold the 200 SMA. That's I'm not really like looking at these other EMAs right now because, like I said, it's not gonna be an easy ride down with how bullish we've been the last couple months. Um, so I'm kind of just looking at the 200 SMA to make sure it holds that. Considering it holds that, I'd say it's a safe ride down. But it also is dancing around the point of control here, so you don't want to see that. You kind of want to see it below the point of control at 71 area, like right where we're at, 71.575, something like what we're at. If I used a freaking trade copier, I'd be at 1,000 in both accounts. To gotten both trades in both accounts, but kind of want to build some cushion in the accounts first before get a payout, build some cushion, and then I'll start looking into that. Uh, All right. I need to eat. I need to hit the gym. I need to get a haircut. I gotta get out. I gotta get off here. I still personally think that there's gonna be some continuation down, just as long as we hold the 200 SMA. But I don't know for sure, and I'm not in a position, so I don't necessarily like it the most. But anyways, it was a good morning. Up $1,000 if you combine both the accounts. Up 571 in the Apex funded, and then 455 in the take profit trader. So solid day there, I'd say. I'll Nothing too crazy, not like yesterday, but I'll end the day on this. Have a good one. Peace out.